This is a review of the RU case, iPad Air 2 case. It's an origami 3D iPad case that allows you to stand up your iPad in the portrait, landscape, or in the typing mode. This is a very nice and protective case. It's also quite lightweight. It weighs in at 8 1/4 ounces, and it comes with a polyurethane cover here that's highly flexible. It's also got a nice rubbery cushioned surface on the inside to protect the screen of your iPad. It's also flexible so it can be folded into different modes. I'll show those in a second. There are also magnets in the lid that allow the lid, when closed, to put the iPad asleep, and when you open up, to wake up the iPad. Inside of here, you have a rugged polycarbonate hard shell, but it's covered in a rubberized material so that it's nice and soft and protective for the iPad and doesn't scratch it up. This case is specifically designed for the iPad Air 2. The loop here for the camera, for example, has been expanded to expose the built-in microphone on the back of the tablet, for example. All the controls, all the ports are accessible. Here you can see the iPad Air 2. It snaps easily into place. You just press it into the corners, and the polycarbonate case snaps around it. And as you can see, it protects all the corners very nicely. So if you happen to drop it, it's protected from reasonable bumps. The cover is a smart cover, so if you close it, it puts the iPad to sleep. You heard it click, and now it's ready to be opened up again using the Touch ID or passcode. Here you can see access to the speakers, the charging port. Here on the side you can see the volume controls. You'll notice that the slide switch is not available on the iPad Air 2. They've removed that. They've got a small microphone here on the back corner. You can see that here. On the back side, you can see the access for the rear-facing camera. On the top here, you have your power switch. And if I open this up on the front here, you can see you have full access to the front-facing camera. You can see here on this case that this hole's been made a bit odd-brown. That's because there's a small hole here. I believe that's actually another microphone on the back to go along with the camera. Here you can see the case folded in origami style, and here you have the landscape mode. If I twist this sideways, you can see the back of it here, how it's folded up, and it's quite easy to do. It takes just a few seconds. You just simply open it up, and there are magnets in the lid here that hold the flap closed and lets it lay back. If you want to use it in portrait mode, you simply stand it up and it stays in the same molded form. And now you can stand it up, for example, to watch videos, read newspapers, or whatever. You can see I have it folded the same way, and now it's standing up in the portrait mode. So notice here that the port for the headphone jack is open to your access. Here you can see the covers folded a little bit differently. This is a typewriter mode, so you can go to your notes page and start typing with the keyboard. Here you can see it's tilted at the right angle for your typing, and the full keyboard's accessible. And if I turn it sideways, you can see it's folded like this, so that it stays standing up nice and sturdy. Overall, I like this case a lot. It's very lightweight, as I mentioned, very flexible, easy to use. All the surfaces are designed not to scratch your iPad. I like this rubberized texture. Even the outside of it's sort of rubberized, gives you a good grip to carry it with. I like that you have a flap to protect the front cover. All the corners are protected, and the back is nicely protected. This is an excellent case, and I rated it 5 stars. This review is done by JJ CEO. I'd like to tell you I received a sample for test and evaluation. I didn't promise a review, but I promised if I gave one it would be fair and honest.